Hello everybody, how are you guys? I did a video on the 3 worst on-ramps in San Diego. And this video, due to popular demand, actually is the 3 worst off-ramps in San Diego. Now, if you go down the 21 toward the beach and you get off at 17th Street, that off-ramp, guys, is just one of the worst. I mean, first of all, it's covered with everything that you might imagine devoted to the 60s. All the people lining that street are wearing tie-dye shirts. They're saying groovy. They're holding up peace signs. I mean, it's really over the top. I mean, hey, I'm all for if you're into the Grateful Dead and you're trying to bring back something that happened 50 years, 60 years ago, however many years ago, more power to you. But when I get off the off-ramp, I don't want somebody coming up to my window and selling me beads, okay? I don't want somebody coming up to my window and saying something along the lines of, get out of Vietnam, right? It's the type of person that just is in some kind of time warp, and for that reason, I just find it annoying, and it's first on my list. The second one that's the off-ramp that really irritates me driving around San Diego is when you go on the 54 freeway and you get off there at the Oscar Avenue. That off-ramp, I mean, first of all, I've sent letters to the city trying to get them to change this, because what they've done is they've built a concert hall right there at the off-ramp. But unfortunately, all they're offering is hootenannies. Guys, I love a hootenanny just as much as everybody else, but sometimes you're just trying to get to where you're going. You need a haircut. You need to pick up the dry cleaning. You need to get some lunch. Do you go to, do you go to Panda Express? Do you go to Jack in the Box? Jack in the Box has those good hard tacos, but they're still a chain. Maybe if you want tacos, you should support a local taco place. You don't know. So you get off, and there's this beautiful concert hall right there at the off-ramp, and there's hootenannies going. Again, I have nothing against. I've been in hootenannies. I'm from Ohio. You can't graduate high school in Ohio without going through a few hootenannies, if not sponsoring your own. And really, most of the families in Ohio have their own mini hootenannies right there at home. A lot of times, anytime somebody graduates from any school of any kind, including 4th, 5th grade, they're having a hootenanny down there in Ohio, okay? The thing about Ohio is they have actual basements. They don't have that in California. A lot of the hootenannies are down in the basement. So for that reason, that off-ramp is on my list. It's number 2 out of the 3. And the third of the 3 worst off-ramps in San Diego, guys, this is really... If you ever have taken the 113 freeway south, okay, and then you head east toward Yuma, and you get off there at the Leicester exit, that off-ramp, what is going on over there? I mean, listen, I understand it's capitalism. I understand we got to sell things to survive. Hey, we're all in sales. I'm in sales. I'm selling myself right now, okay? I'm relying on years of... the ability to pull BS out of my rear end. Okay, that's what got me through every vandalism incident at Cartier McGee Junior High School. It was just coming up with BS on the top of my head. Just pulling it out and just flipping it. The thing is, if you're in junior high, you just got to flip the BS because you don't know what's going to stick. And then what happens if it doesn't stick? Well, they just tack on another week. What's the difference? Well, at least that's what happened to me. I'm not recommending you lead a life of crime like I did. So that at that exit, now look, if you were selling something I could use, that's fine. But a double-ended rake, a rake with a rake on both ends. Have you ever tried to rake that has a rake head on both ends? Guys, it's almost impossible unless you got some kind of, this kind of motion going where you're raking. I couldn't figure it out. And then they have this shovel that is, it looks like Swiss cheese, a shovel with Swiss cheese. So I said, all right, I'll try it. I tried shoveling some rocks and stones and dirt that I needed to move, and all the rocks and stones just went through those holes, the holes in the shovel, and fell back right where it was. If you come up with a better idea for a utensil, a tool, I'm all for it. I'll throw it down. Well, I don't have much money, so I'll go up to $39.95 for a good product. If you can come up with something that improves on what we have, and it's at a price point that I can afford, okay. But that's America, and that's capitalism, and somehow that off-ramp, man, they have never had anything useful there. And this is going on 25, 30 years I've been getting off of that off-ramp. So, guys, I hope that helps. Perhaps it'll help you steer around those. Those are the 3 worst off-ramps in San Diego. And if you know of some other ones, there's got to be others. And when I say San Diego, I mean really the whole sort of, suburbs and the countryside around San Diego. It's not a hard line. Some people call me out. You said this video was about Long Beach, but it was really in Signal Hill. I'm like, what do I look like the Chamber of Commerce? I don't know the exact lines. So, all right, there you go.